All the doubts I had going into the first film, all the things that could have gone wrong with that ambitious production, they didn't happen. Until now, the concluding chapter. And I'll explain which parts are good and which are not in this spoiler-free review of Wicked for Good. After Elphaba has been exiled and labeled as the Wicked Witch of the West, Glinda remains in the Emerald City where she strives to be an ambassador for good. As tensions mount, Glinda and her fiancé Fiyero struggle to balance between the politics of Oz and their own personal convictions. When Elphaba inevitably confronts the Great Wizard, each person must decide what is true and what is truly wicked. And everything we thought we knew about Oz will be unveiled as either reality or just an illusion. Wicked for Good is a film I, like everyone else, has been anticipating for a year since being pleasantly so surprised at last year's Wicked Part 1, a film that managed to keep the magic of the stage play with just a couple minor issues, the animated animals, questionable casting, and adapting from the stage to the screen. Unfortunately, these liabilities are on full display in Wicked for Good. From the opening scene, we see cracks in the fragile framework of Part 1 as it shows the yellow brick road under construction in a computer-generated world, labored by animated animals, rescued by an animated Elphaba, distancing itself from the practical production design that set such a magical tone in Part 1. Then the performances, leads aside, ranged from overly performative to wooden, particularly the acclaimed Michelle Yeoh as Madame Morrible. Dare I say, she's horrible. This coming from an Academy Award-winning actress, someone who I became aware of, like most Americans, 25 years ago in the dazzling Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. She is consistently excellent, but she is clearly miscast as the malevolent professor, and with a more prominent role here, reveals that miscasting. For heaven's sake, she even admits she can't sing.
Calling Bengal, excuse me, it's a musical. She sings, And I go like, I don't sing, right? He goes, nah, you'll be fine.
Then, the filmmakers were forced to add multiple scenes and songs to turn the 40-minute final act of the play into a 2-hour and 18-minute film. These were at best forgettable and at worst brought any momentum in the story to a complete halt. Specifically, a new original song featuring Glinda waxing poetically about her bubble. Along with these additions, Wicked for Good removed or changed key moments in the story, whether it be eliminating a key line from the song Thank Goodness that directly foreshadows the climactic ending, or changing the magic of the ruby slippers Elphaba gives to her sister, which weakens the heartbreaking good she desires and diminishes their importance that is highlighted in this story's connection to the Wizard of Oz. From a technical standpoint, Wicked for Good is murky and dull. All the colors that I defended last year have been desaturated and replaced with dark, flat tones that make most scenes uninteresting or, even worse, indecipherable. Now, I don't want to be completely negative. Jeff Goldblum stands out as the one person having fun in this movie. His mutterings and murmurings are only interrupted by his poignant statements exposing the corruption that comes with power. The two leads, once again, carry the film with their beautiful, strong voices as they perform the familiar tunes from the original play. That being said, I never quite understood their relationship in this film. In Part 1, I knew when they hated each other and when their bond was created. I felt their growing connection, but in this final chapter, as their complex friendship faces ups and downs, their performances never reflect or clarify the state of their relationship. Crying felt on cue and embraces felt choreographed, leaving me feeling apathetic of where their roads would take their friendship, which is at the forefront of the emotional stakes of this entire story. As much as I've criticized this film, it's not terrible. It still has the amazing songs and framework established by The Wizard of Oz. So I will give Wicked for Good 2.5 stars out of 5 and categorize it not as bad, but as disappointing, and let you know that joy, that thrill, doesn't thrill like you think it will. From a Christian perspective, the film promotes doing and being good, which is positive, even if its definition of good is blurry. There is minimal bad language, leaning on Ozian phrases as puns for crude language in our world. So, for my appropriate scale from The Chosen to Pulp Fiction, I would compare Wicked for Good to something like Disney's live-action The Little Mermaid, with a strong presence of witchcraft which will bother some members of the audience, as well as some PG caliber intimacy where the most graphic portion is a shirtless male holding a female under blankets. Let me know what you think of Wicked for Good in the comments. Am I being too rough? All I know is that when I left the theater after seeing part 1, I was so excited to share the magic of Oz with my family, but Wicked for Good is just a disappointing glimpse behind the curtain. If you've gotten to this point in the review, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss any of my future content. Also, you can see some of my previous reviews by clicking on one of these boxes.